Okay, Unit 5, Lesson 10.2 here, Problem Set 2. What we're going to do is we're going to start looking at the cross-sections and how cross-sections compare and what do they do, what do they have to do with volume. So the first thing, last video I said that we were going to talk about the name for this slanted figure. And this figure that's slanted, notice that it's kind of tilted over, right? Which means this height is outside. One of the heights fall outside, completely outside the prism. We call this oblique. So an oblique shape is one that's kind of tilted like that. All right, so what we want to do is we want to sketch the two cross sections. So we have two rectangular prisms. The base of the prisms are congruent. That's important. The bases are congruent, and each base has b squared units as the area of the base. So in order to examine this one, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at one of the applets that's built into the IM website. And here it is. You can change the skew. You can move the bases together, overlap them, move them apart. Okay. So, and then you can move the plane up or down. There it is, moving the plane up and down. We can also come up here and we can rotate these so we can really take a look. So take a look. Here are our bases, right? And notice that they are congruent. So question 1 said we want to sketch the two cross sections. So as we move this plane upward, look what happens to my cross sections. Okay, as we move that plane upward, notice my cross sections, the shape and the size don't really change. They just move, right? So to answer this question, sketch the two cross sections. Well, the blue one kind of looks like a rectangle, right, like this, has an area of b squared. And then this green one also is a rectangle, same thing, b squared, and they are congruent. So question number 2 says, how would the shape or area of the cross sections change if we move the plane up or down? Well, we just saw the shapes and areas don't change. They remain congruent. Number 3, how do the volumes of the two prisms compare? And then we're going to explain our reasoning. So if we think of each one of these cross sections as we move these planes up and down, if we think about each one of these cross sections being like a stack or one of the quarters in a stack, if you will, notice that since they have the same height, they have the same number of cross sections. And if they have the same number of cross sections, that means that the volumes are the same. So now we can come in here and we can say the volumes are the same. So the volumes are the same because they have the same number of congruent cross sections. Okay, so they have the same number of congruent cross sections, therefore our volumes should be congruent.